Now, Gradio allows you to make quick user interface to test your idea. You can ship it off to your client to let them play with the workflow and your thinking, and yeah, it's actually very good at doing user interface very quickly.
Don't forget to give us likes, leave your comments, share us to your friends, and also subscribe to our channels. We have YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Facebook.
And I use it often, even at work as well. So pretty much quick UI for AI and machine learning. It, as you've seen before, very quickly chat interface, ready to use, or you can actually customize with blocks. Essentially, the core idea of Gradio evolves around defining elements on your user interface and trigger events, a click event or update in the text box event, and then do something about those events, right? Elements, the way you use it is you define the attributes for the element you are looking into. For a text box, you can define how many lines it should show. This one line, or you want 2 lines, maximum 50 lines, and so on. But what you need to know quickly is that elements can act as an input to a function, or can act as an output to a function. And in Gradio documentation, it has a description of what would be the value if the element acts as a input, or the value if it acts as an output. For example, in a text box here, if a text box is an input to a function, you will get from that what you get from that is a string, right? But if a text box is an output from a function, it will be a string. So yeah, pretty much take a look at the behavior of the element in terms of being an input or being an output. Events actually cause a function to trigger. This is an example. So I have 2 text boxes, text box 1 and text box number 2 here. I want this guy to be an input to a function, and I want text box 2 to be an output from a function. And this is the button. When the event that I want to monitor is button click. When the button click, it will trigger this function. So I need to define this function. This function will take in text box 1 as an input to that function. So when the text box 1 is acting as an input, it will give a string to the function. Now, inside this function, I may write a way for the LM to judge whether it's a positive or a negative message, sentiment analysis. And if it's, say, positive, it will return a string positive and put the response to text box 2. Text box 2 will receive that string and update itself. And this is what it is, guys. So eventually, what you need to think about is what event happens and what are inputs to a function that will get triggered, and what will be the output.